Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Samantha here, and for this video today we're going to be doing an August reading roundup, aka an August wrap-up, aka books you can read in August. Also, I had too many titles for this video, couldn't narrow it down to one, but essentially books that you can read at the beach. I wouldn't know, I'm too pale. Oh. Roll that intro! So for the first part of this video, we're going to be talking about the Potion Diaries series, which is a trilogy, obviously, by Amy Alward, and it follows the story of Samantha Kemi, who is an apprentice alchemist. Oh yeah, fun fact, the Potion Diaries, the first book, also has another name that it goes by, which is Madly, which was published in the US and Canada. The Potion Diaries itself was published in the UK, so it goes by two different titles. So the first book, The Potion Diaries, follows Samantha Kemi, who's the apprentice alchemist, and Princess Evelyn. The chapters switch between the two and their perspectives, and what happens is Princess Evelyn poisons herself with a love potion by accident. I hope so. No, it was by accident, and a wild hunt is called. And the wild hunt essentially gathers the best alchemists around the world, and they are tasked with looking for the cure for the love potion that the princess took. So the first alchemist, or the first alchemist group, who brings back the cure for the love potion essentially gets 1,000,000 crowns. They get a prize. So it's essentially a race of who can get the cure first and the fastest. And they are against time because the princess does run the risk of destroying the kingdom if the cure isn't brought to them in time. So that's the first book in the series. Now the second one, The Royal Tour. This one strictly from the point of view of Samantha Kemi. And what happens here in this one is her grandfather, who is the master alchemist that she's under, his mind is tampered with, and Samantha has to find the cure to cure him before it's too late, and she has to do that by unlocking his memories and essentially finding a save-all cure for him, or trying to find a save-all cure for him. This one also is a race against time, because if his memories are tampered with too long, it could have devastating effects in which it is unreversible. He could also die, and especially at his age, because I believe he's like in his 70s. So at his age, really is a race against time, and she has to find a cure to bring his memories back and save him. The third book, going viral in the Potion Diaries series, follows, again, Samantha Kemi, and we go right back to the perspective of Princess Evelyn. And in this book, there is a deadly virus in Nova that's affecting the talented. What I didn't mention before was there are two types of people in this series. One is the talented. They are the ones with magical abilities, and the other is the ordinary, obviously no magical abilities. But a lot of ordinaries make amazing alchemists, because with talented, their magic can interfere with the organic material used to make potions in alchemy that the ordinary don't really have to worry about. And in this one, going viral, in all of Nova is affected by a deadly virus that's hurting the talented, essentially draining their magic. And Samantha is tasked with finding a cure before all of the talented in Nova, and especially as it's spreading out into the world, lose their magical abilities. So what I didn't like about this series was the dialogue, first of all. It didn't seem as natural a lot of times. It seemed forced most of the time. Eventually, I think I did get used to it because it stopped bothering me as the series progressed. but it was definitely something that I noticed in the beginning where I made a mental note and I was like, I didn't really care for the dialogue. So what I liked was the main character's name. It's not a biased opinion, it's just my opinion. The other thing I liked about it was that it was a super fun, easy, lighthearted read that you can read at the beach, at the pool. Don't have to worry, if you lose focus for a second, you can easily pick it back up again. It's just a really light, fun read for summer, or at the end of summer. The third thing I liked about it was actually Samantha Kemi, the main character's development. As the series progressed, she really did grow up, and you can see that in her as each book went on. As a whole, I gave this series a 3.5 stars out of 5. I gave it a 3.5 stars out of 5 because it wasn't my favorite series that I've ever read, but it did keep my interest. And it did essentially do what I wanted to do, which was a light summer read for August. So the second series that I read in August is the Broken Hearts and Revenge series, another trilogy. I guess I like things in threes. So this series is by Katie Finn, and it is in the genre of young adult fiction. So this series follows the main character, Gemma Tucker, and Haley, but mainly from the perspective of Gemma. So, starting with the first book, Broken Hearts, Fences, and Other Things to Mend. Can I just say I love the titles of all of these books? But in this one, Gemma is dumped by her boyfriend at Target. The disrespect. That's a sacred place. So Haley goes to the Hamptons for the summer, and she's gonna try to get over her boyfriend and enjoy her summer, but she runs into Haley, who's her childhood best friend that she had a falling out with. Haley doesn't recognize Gemma because her looks changed a little bit, so Gemma decides that with her mistaken identity, she's gonna go ahead and spend the summer making amends to Haley and trying to make up for her wrongdoings 5 years ago. Numero uno.
Nope.
Numero dos. All right, book 2. Revenge Ice Cream and Other Things Best Served Cold. In this book, Gemma finds out that Haley knew that she was Gemma the whole time and purposefully was sabotaging everything that Gemma was trying to do to make things right with Haley. So any little thing that she did to help out Haley, it was sabotaged in some way or another. So Gemma decides that she's not gonna take that and is now trying to get revenge back on Haley. Book 3, Hearts, Fingers, and Other Things to Cross. I really love the title of these books. This one essentially is a wrap-up of the first 2 books. This book picks up after Haley's birthday party, and they are all at Gemma's dad's friend's house in the Hamptons, and there's a hurricane coming, and they are stuck there. They lose power, and essentially now they have to get along and make friends, make amends, or at least not kill each other for the next few days while the hurricane passes. So book 3 is just wrapping everything up, tying up loose ends, finishing up the storyline. So what I didn't like about the series was really just the 3rd book. It really felt like it was just trying to be quickly rushed and finished and wrapped up into a pretty little bow and sent on its way. I mean, you could tell it's a really short book. It's like 242 pages. You could easily get through it in a night or 2 if you try really hard. That for me wasn't really cutting it. I didn't care for that part. But what I loved about this series was it was so fun to read. It had a Gossip Girl S-type feel to it, almost like a Gossip Girl meets It Girl type book. And it was super fun, it was drama-filled, it was exciting to follow Haley and Gemma and their schemes and them trying to get back at each other, even though sometimes it was a little mean, but overall still a super fun read, really easy to follow, really exciting to follow. Overall, I gave this series a 4 out of 5, mainly because of how much I enjoyed it. I read through the series extremely fast. The characters excited me, the storyline excited me. I loved the drama, mainly also because I like Gossip Girl, so I'm probably biased on that. So I liked the feel it had to it, and it was a fun story to read, and also accomplished the other goal I wanted it to, which was a fun series to read for the summer. Well, for August, because I didn't really want to read anything heavy, dark, or serious. So I liked it. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please subscribe and comment below if you read these series or if you're going to read them. Come back and let me know what you thought about it. I also read the Wicked Deep for the summer, in which I made a review video about that you can check out here. I don't know, I think it's gonna be here. It'll probably be here, because I think it's the opposite. So here! Look for it! Also, what I'm gonna be doing here is probably going for 1 video a week, uploading on Fridays. So if you wanna follow along, subscribe.